Good morning students, welcome back to information technology. The last lectures we had seen how to create a table, how to create a table, how to merge the row and how to merge the column. Also we have learned how to insert the image in a HTML document. In today's lectures you are going to learn how to give the color to the cell in a table. So let's begin. So in your textbook program number 5 it is given how to give color to the cell. The last lectures we have learned how to merge the column by using the col span attribute and how to merge the row by using the row span attribute. So in this lectures we will learn how to give color, background color to the cell. So let's start writing the program. So that you are going to start text editor from your computer and start writing the HTML code. So basic tag will remain same. Now we are going to use the body tag. In the body section you are going to create a table. So table tag, you are going to use a table attribute border to give the border to the table. Once you are given border to the table, then you are going to use create a row in a table. So first row we are going to create, that is by using tr tag, and we are going to put the data inside, that's why td tag. Td, I'm going to use the row span attribute to merge two rows into the one single row. So number I'm giving 2 and putting data inside color, and then closing the td tag. Once you close the td tag, then again you create one more row by using td bg color equal which color you want, that put here, and the name of the color you can write over here red, and then complete the tag, that is td tag, and here complete the first row by using the tr tag, closing tag. Now this is the first row we have created. Now second row we are going to start by using tr tag again, and again we are going to use the same data. So here you can use, instead of row span we're not going to create, because once we have merged the row, no need to create. So td background color we are going to change, that is green, and we are going to put the data green. Okay, close the td tag and close the tr tag, then close the table tag and close the body tag. So this is your program to create a table and merging the row by using the row span. Right click and go to the open in browser. So you will see the output. Once you open HTML program in the browser, you will see the output. The output is shown like this. So first two rows are merged in a single rows, and here the data is given color, and then the red and green color is given over there. So this is the output of this program. Similarly you can merge the column also. To merge the column, just you are going to make changes where the rows span is there you are going to use the column span. Here you are going to use the col spans to align center if you want to give, otherwise no need. Color, and then td, here you are going to use tr tag, tr td bg color equal red and td, and then don't close the tr tag over here. Again you can write td bg color equal green, and then close the tr tag. Save this program and open in the browser and check the output. You will get a different output. See here, first we have merged the row, now we have merged the column. So here we made the one column in that red and green color I have shown you. That is the output of this program. So here we have learned how to merge the row and the column and how to give background color to the cell. Okay, now we are going to learn how to create hyperlink in web page. So what is hyperlink in web page? So hyperlink in web page used to connect one document with another document. In HTML, links are created by using anchor tag, and when you open any website and click on a text or image, it takes you to that page and it is known as a hyperlinks. Once you click on the particular image or the text which is underlined or the highlight and you are taking jump directly to the another page, means there is a link. So that link called as the hyperlink. So let's see what is the syntax of the hyperlink is there. See, this is the syntax of the hyperlink. This is the syntax of the hyperlink. To create hyperlink in web page, first you are going to use the anchor tag, that is a tag. Then the attribute you are going to use, that is called href, and then you are going to give the name of the web page where you are going to give the link to that web page, which web page should open or which page should open. So that web page name you have to give over here, and then you have to write some text. Suppose you are going to give the link to the text, then give name and then complete the anchor tag. Let's see, we are giving the link to one this one. After table I am creating the hyperlink. So to create a hyperlink you can use the anchor tag. Once you use anchor tag, then href, this attribute you are going to use href. In this you are going to give the name of the HTML file. Now I am going to give the name of the HTML file here. This heading label, this web page should get open once we click to that text. So here we are writing heading label. Check once again what is the, if you don't know what name you are given, then right click over here, go to the property, copy this, copy or give the path of this, okay, and then paste over here. Once you paste, then add the extension .html, and here you have to write the text. So this text, if you click, you will open the heading label HTML page. So now I am writing here, click here to open heading label page, and then complete the anchor tag. Once you complete the anchor tag, save these files once again and open in a browser and check whether you got a link or not. See, below the table there is a link. Click here to open heading label page. So click here and see, it is opening. This page is open, heading label, that you have learned last lecture. Okay, so this way you can create a link. So once the user click on the text, he must take jump directly to that page. So that is called hyperlink. When you open any website and click on a text or image, it takes you to that page. So just now we have learned the link to give a link to the text, but now we are going to learn how to give link to the image. Now first we are going to, same thing we are going to use again, but here we are going to use the image. Now what changes you are going to make? You are going to make changes here only. You are going to insert the image. Now I am going to insert the image over here by using img tag image, then src attribute you have to use, and which image you are going to take over here, that you have to specify in double inverted code. Now I am going to take the image which is here, this image. So right click, go to the properties and take the name of the image, copy and paste over here, paste, and then see the extension. What is the extension of this image? JPG. The extension of this image is JPG. So you can write over here JPG extension dot JPG. Okay, and use the alternate text. If the image is missing, you will see the alternate text over there. So alternate text I am going to use flower. double inverted code I'm going to complete, then complete the angular bracket. No need to give the text over here because this is not a link is given to the text, but link is given to the image. Once you click on the image, that file will open. Save the files once again and open in the browser and see the difference. Now here you got a link to the image. Before you have seen here as the text, but now here is a image. Once you click on the image, that page will open. Now just click on the image and check. See, once you click on the image, you got this file. Okay, so now you have learned two links, image link and the text links. To give the link to the image, you have to provide the path of the image where the image is stored in your computer, and once you click on that, you must reach to that file. Okay, so once you refresh, you'll come to know that this is the link is given to the image. Before you have learned that link was given to the text. Now we will learn how to create a form in HTML. How to create a form in HTML. The form in HTML is used to accept user input, and the form in HTML is created by using form element, that is opening form tag and closing form tag. Now this day many websites are having the form and they online accepting the data from the user. We also asked this year to the student to fill the online form for the admission. So take the admissions to the different colleges, you have to fill online form. For that reasons, we are going to learn how to create a form. A form is a collection of different elements, also called as a control, like text box, radio button, check box, submit button, and many more. So that is form. Now this day you are giving this exam, online exam. You learn there is a form only to write the fill in the blanks, to click true or false, to select single correct answer, double correct answer, check box is also given, to submit your question paper, submit button is given. That is called form. So that way we are going to learn how to create a form. So attribute used with the form elements and input. The first is the name. It specify the name to a form. Then the action. Now look here, the action attribute specify the path where the form is to be submit when user click on submit button. If the action attribute is committed, then the action is set to the current page. Then next is the method. The method attributes specify get or post method to be used when submit the data, and the get method is a by default method of submitting form data, and the data submitted by using get is visible in the address bar, and it is better for the data which is not sensitive, and the number of character in get method depend on browser. And there is one more method is there, that is post method. There are two methods are there, get method and the post method, and the post methods of sending data does not display the form data in the address bar, so it is a secure method to submit sensitive or personal information. It does not have size limitation as in a get method. So the first tag you are going to learn to create a form is the input tag. The input tag is used to specify the different type of control by using type attribute. So syntax of input tag is what? First you are going to use the input tag, and then you can create a input box. So here are the type of control. Input type equal text, so it create a one line text box. Input type equal text, it create one line text box. Then input type equal radio, it will create a radio button. A radio button allow one option selection against multiple choice. And the input type equal checkbox, create a checkbox, and it allows to select multiple option. It allows more than one selection. And the input type equal submit, display a button for submitting the form data to the server. And input type equal password, and this will display the text box to enter the text, but the text will be not displayed. The text will be displayed in the asterisk sign or the dix. Input type equal reset, the control clears the text content enter in the form. And input type equal button, it display the push button which activate on event. So the first attribute we are going to learn one by one. All the attribute we are going to learn how to create the form. In the input type there are some attributes are there, type, name, maximum length, size, check, etc. So the type means it describe the name of the control, like a radio button. Text means input type equal radio means radio button, input type equal checkbox means checkbox, input type equal text box means text box will come. Name, this attribute is the option attributes, every time it is not necessary to give, but you can give to identify. Then the maximum length, when you are going to create a text box, how much character you want in the text box, that you can give, so that max length you can use. Size also the same. And then check, suppose you want to show the particularly radio button or the check box is by default selected, then you can use the check. And then the value attribute can be used with the text box, check box, radio button, submit or reset. So value will be print on the button. So let's see how we can create a form. To creating form, we are going to first create simple one form like this. Okay, your enter name you are going to enter, then enter your standard, then you can choose your optional subject which are optional, then the submit button. So here you will learn text box, radio button and checkbox and submit button. So let's create this form. To create a form, the basic stack will remain same, that are not going to change, just you are going to edit the previous program. So copy this program and create a new file, paste over here and delete things from the body section. Now in the body we are going to create a new, use a new tag, that is form tag. But before that we are going to use background color for the form. So bg color equal yellow, we are going to use background color yellow. Okay, now we can use h1 tag to give heading to the form. Use of form, use of form, like this heading we can give. Once the heading is given, then we will start creating the form by using the form tag. Okay, to create form tag is must. Okay, if you are not given the form tag, your data will not get submitted. So form tag is important. Now in the form tag, first we are going to create a text box. For that we must give the label. So to give the label, we have to write here enter your name. So this is the label is given, and now here we are going to create a text box. To create a text box, you must use the input type attribute is here equal text, because we are going to create a text box. So here you can use a text. Now next attribute is there, that is name. You can give the name to the text box. So name equal, you can give n1 value in double inverted code, because this is name text box. Okay, and then here how many character you want in the name box, that you can use by using the max length. Max length attribute you can use, and in here you give the number, how many character you accepted in this text box. I want 20 character. More than 20 character, the text will be not enter inside. Okay, the text will be not taken, so only 20 later can be taken in the name box. So this is max length, and then you can use the br tag to go to the next line. Here you can use br tag. If you use 2 time br tag, you will get more space, so I am using 2 time. Then enter your name is over. Now I am going to ask enter your standard. Enter your standard. Enter your standard. Here input type equal radio. I'm going to take this radio, input type equal radio button I want, because standard you are going to select one only, not more than one. So radio button selection, here only one selection, so name you can give radio button 1, so r1 you can give. Okay, and for what you are creating this radio button, standard 11, standard 12. So you can write here standard 11. Okay, and then one more you can create for standard 12. Standard 12th. So here radio button is over. Now you can give here BR tag once again. Okay, now entering your name is over. Enter your standard also is over, or select your standard. You can give to another way also. Uh, select your standard, we can write here instead of select your standard. Okay, once you finish selecting your standard, then choose your optional subject. Here you can ask choose your optional subject. Choose. These are the label you can give, so user will understand what to do on the form. Choose your optional subject. And now this subject we are going to create with the checkbox. So here input type we are going to use, that is checkbox. Okay, so here you can use BR tag also. So you will come down. Now input type equal checkbox. Input type equal checkbox. Name you can give C1. This is the first checkbox. Name equal C1. And now first checkbox for what you want, the first subject you want, then give the name of the subject, for example Hindi. Okay, and then use the BR tag to go to the next line. Now copy this one so you can save your time. Create a second subject. Now input type equal checkbox, name C2. Hindi is over. Then you can take another subject. Then again copy and paste. Input type equal checkbox, name C3. Third subject you can take over here. And one more text box. So this way you can create 4 checkbox for 4 subject. Now we are going to have one button over here. So we can write input type equal input type equal submit. We need submit button to submit the data. Input type equal submit. Value, what text you are entering on this by using this value, that will be printed on the button. So the name of the button you can write submit. So this will appear on the button. Use the BR tag to come down, otherwise no need. One more button we can use to clear the data, so reset button. So input type equal reset, and value we are going to use here clear. Okay, so here we have finished creating the form with the text box, radio button and the check box, and 2 control button, that is submit button to submit the data and to clear button to clear the data. By mistake if you filled wrong information in the form, so you can clear the information by clicking on the clear button. Then you can close the body tag and HTML tag and save the file. Go to the file, click on save. and give the name to the file form.html and save it. And now open the form in a browser and check. Go to the location where you save your file and double click on it. It will open in the browser. And if you are using Sublime text editor, then right click over here and go to the open in browser. You will see the form here created. Now this is the output of the form. Now see the use of form. I have given the heading, so the user will understand. Then enter your name. This is the label I have given, so your user will enter over your name. Now I am entering my name here. Okay, so how many letter will be taken here in this? Only the 20 letter, not more than 20. So here I have entered. Then select your standard 11, standard 12. Suppose you are going to select the standard 12 or standard 11. So this button should change. That is called a radio button. At a time, one only. You cannot select two. So two standard you cannot enter. So in that's why you are going to select the one only. So standard 11. Then choose your option. So select your standard by clicking on the radio button, and then choose your optional subject, that is Hindi, German. Here more than one selection you can do here by clicking on this. Suppose your optional subject are this 3 subjects, so you can click on 3 subject. If you made a mistake here, then you can use the clear button to clear the data. See that everything is clear over here. So again you can fill the information, select the data. Again you can click on different option here, and then click on submit buttons. Once you finish selecting optional subject, then click on submit button. So your data will get submitted to the server. So this way you can create a form to accept the data from the user. Now we are going to learn from here. Now this way we have seen this program output. Now this option we can see now selected. This attribute we can use to define pre-selected options. Select attribute is used to define pre-selected option. So what changes you are going to make in this one your program is just you are going to use the option attribute select. Okay, so for that you are going to go to back your program, and suppose by default you are going to show the standard 11 is selected, so you can just write here option check. This option you can use check. So once you use this option checks, so you will see already the 11 standard is selected. Now save this file and open in the browser and see the output. See the 11 standard is already selected by default. So that is the use of the check option in the attribute. It is given the check option. Look here in this check. This check option is used to show by default that option is selected. The value option you learn, size option you learn, maximum, and name also you learn. This all attribute just now we have seen over here. One more program we are going to learn, that is this one, use of form elements by using the drop down menu list. Now let's see what changes we are going to make to create this. Okay, now we will learn how to create a drop down menu. To create a drop down list, we must learn select tag. Select tag is used to create a drop down list. Select tag is used to create a drop down list. The select tag also having two attribute, name and the multiple option. Okay, so multiple, these are the two attributes are there of the select tag, and in this select tag we are going to use the option tags also. So it has a one more size and the size, name and multiple. These three attributes are there. Similarly, we are going to learn the option tag, because this option tag is required in the select tag. Inside the select tag we are going to use the option tag. It defines the value available option in the list. So the attribute option tag also having the selected and the value. These two attributes are there. So use this select tag. Now I'm going to create a city list after the of subject. So here I am going to use select your city. Select your city, and then I am going to use select tag, select name equal city, and then option tag, and in the option tag which way city you want that city name you are going to put. For example, Pune. Then complete the option tag, then just copy paste how many city you want and edit the information. Now here I want 4 cities, so I am going to make the changes: Pune, Mumbai, then Nagpur and Solapur. So these are the 4 city I have created. Then close the select tag. So once you close the select tag, save the file and open in the browser and see the changes. So in the browser you can see here, so IT it gone down, so I'm save this file, open in the browser and see the output. Now you will get a output like this. So here select your city, so you can select the city from the drop down list. This is called drop down list. Any one city you can select, Nagpur, and then you can click on submit button or the clear button to clear the data. To submit the data to the server, you can click on submit button. Okay, suppose you want this submit and clear button down, then what changes you are going to make in your program? Just you are going to use the BR tag over here, BR tag. Once you use the BR tag, save the program once again and refresh the page, and you will see the submit button, clear button came down. You can fill the data over here, and fill the data will remain over here. Select the standard, choose the optional subject, select the city and click on submit, so your data will get submitted. So this way you can create a form. So today's lectures we have learned how to give background color to the cell in a table, how to create a hyperlink in the HTML document, and we have learned how to create a HTML form. While creating HTML form, we have learned different tags, that is input tag, select tag and option tag. In the input tag we have learned different attribute. Those attributes are type, name, max length, size, check, value. In the select tag we have learned 2 attribute, that is name and the multiple. And the option tag we have learned 2 attribute, that is select and value. So hope you understood how to create a form in HTML document, as well as how to give background color to the cell. In next lectures we are going to learn JavaScript. In the next lectures you are going to learn JavaScript. So JavaScript is totally different from the HTML. Thank you.